welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing, of course, a new video, learning something new. I know it's been like 2 or 3 months since we've actually posted a video, so it's fun to be back.
In quarantine. And so today we're going to be working on some Spanish terminology and how to really go through a exam in Spanish.
So we have our whiteboards right here. This was the easiest way we could think to do it. He's gonna quiz me because I'm the one that needs a little bit more practice, and I'm gonna write it down and say it how I think it is, and he's going to be pretty much my grader, and if I spell it or write it wrong, he'll go through and write it the way it's supposed to be written, so that way you guys can work on it and practice it too.
Perfect. Let's start with the basics. So patient walks into the operatory, you want to greet yourself, and so you're gonna say, hello, my name is Taylor.
Hola, mi nombre es Taylor.
Perfect.
I even did the little exclamation.
Look at that. Perfect. So you obviously are going to greet yourself. You're going to introduce yourself to the patient. She has done that well here. The next thing is you're going to ask for the patient's name.
Okay, hold on. I gotta use my most expensive and prized possession, toilet paper. Okay, what was the next one?
What is your name?
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Perfect. So next thing is you're obviously going to get the patient's name. You've introduced yourself, and then you can introduce yourself as a hygienist. So say, it's nice to meet you, Jose.
I don't know how to say that. Oh, I do.
Nice to meet you, Jose. I will be your hygienist today.
Mucho gusto, Jose. So mucho gusto is like, nice to meet you, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, this is the part I wasn't too sure. I am la limpieza dental. I am the dental cleaning, I don't know.
Almost, yeah.
There's no actual word for dental hygienist in Spanish, so that is kind of hard to translate.
Yeah, so saying that you're the person that cleans the teeth will work. In most countries, they don't have hygienists as a profession, so that makes it very difficult. Even if you say hygienist, they normally don't know what you are, because the dentist in most other countries also does the cleanings. So that makes it a little bit difficult.
Like a lot of the Spanish patients do, they call me doctor because they think I'm a doctor because they don't have a hygienist. The doctor does the cleaning, so a lot of hygienists will be called doctors.
And then you just have to correct them.
And I don't like to correct them. I'm like, yeah, I'm a doctor.
You have to correct them, let them know that you're not. Perfect. So the next step is we're going to try to figure out if the patient is in any pain. So you can ask them, do you have a tooth that hurts, or do any of your teeth hurt at this time?
And that way, they usually will point to it, and then I can take an x-ray of it. That's kind of how I get my point across. Okay, so the way I wrote it is there any tooth that hurts? ¿Algún diente tiene dolor?
Perfect. So algún diente tiene dolor is a great question to ask to the patient. Then you get to figure out if they are in any dental pain, and after that you can move forward to take the x-ray. Perfect. The next thing we're going to talk about is different types of treatment. So dental treatment terminology. We'll start with the basic, what is it, cavity? So you can say cavity in Spanish. So cavity, how would you say? You have a cavity.
I don't know if this is how you write it, but tiene una cario? I don't know.
No. Well, that was very close. So it's tienes caries.
Oh, like I-E-S? Caries? You spell it.
I just don't know how to spell it. Caries. Caries.
Caries. Caries. And it's spelled exactly like caries. So it's not cario.
Tienes caries.
Caries. Which is,
caries.
You spell it exactly like caries.
So tienes caries.
That means you have cavities.
Tienes caries. So you've explained to the patient that they have a cavity. tienes caries. The next thing is that you can explain different treatment for cavities, such as fillings, crowns, and then root canal.
I don't know how to spell the first one, but I do know how to say it. So the first one will be filling, and if you think about it, if you've ever had a chile relleno, it's a filled chili. So when you think of a filling, think of a chile relleno. And so the first one is a filling, which is a relleno. Correcto?
So the pronunciation is correct, the spelling is incorrect.
Oops. I tried. Number 2, the patient needs a crown. Necesita una corona. Like
Exactly, like coronavirus.
Okay, numero 3. If the patient needs a root canal, the patient necesita una endodoncia, which is like
Perfect.
endodontist, but in Spanish it means root canal.
Exactly. So the first one is relleno, which is a filling. The second one is corona. I've also heard other patients call it a funda. It just depends where they are from, and they have different terminologies, but for the most part, if you say corona, they'll understand what you're saying. But if you hear the word funda, that is also another word that some patients will use for crown, and root canal is endodoncia. Perfect. And next we will talk about extraction. So how would you say that to the patient you need an extraction?
Man, my spelling is not too hot.
So we'll put the correct spelling right here. I don't know, I just was talking with the country accent.
You've been inside too long.
We've been listening to a lot of country music.
So what's the difference between sacar and sacarlo? We put the LL.
No, this is perfect.
Okay. Necesita sacar, oh my gosh. Necesita sacar el diente. Sacar is to take out.
To take out, yeah.
So, or you could say, okay, let me write. That would be like you need this tooth taken out. Let me write, put the accent. Or you could say, una extracción.
Exactly.
With the accent, can't read the accent.
So you can say necesita sacar el diente, which literally translates that we need to take out that tooth. Or you can say necesita una extracción. You need an extraction. Both are great.
Yay.
Perfect. And the next thing, how would you say you have periodontal disease?
Don't cheat. Okay, so this is kind of hard because I don't know how to translate like periodontal disease or gum disease, but what I do explain is that they necesita una limpieza profunda. So that means that they need a deep cleaning.
Perfect.
I don't know how it necessarily translates to you have gum disease, but a lot of people know what deep cleanings are, so this is the translation for you need a deep cleaning.
Yeah, so whenever you're explaining a deep cleaning, you could also, if you want to try to explain periodontal disease, you could just say that tiene una infección en las encías.
Did you write it?
No.
Write it down.
Taylor will write it down because her handwriting is better.
Did you write it super small?
Yeah. Tiene una infección en las encías. It's an infection. You have an infection in your gums. Or you can say tiene una infección periodontal, which is a periodontal infection. But typically we try to not use too much jargon when we're explaining dental treatment. So saying an infection in the gums translates well. The patient now knows that they've got an infection, and then at which point you can also discuss the deep cleaning that Taylor had just mentioned.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how you would write it to say you have an infection in the gums. So los encías, right here, is gums.
Yeah.
Boom. And you can kind of get the hang of it. Like you have an infection and then you can kind of fill in the blank. So once you know TNA is you have, you can kind of fill in some of the other words we're talking about to communicate.
We're by no means Spanish instructors, but
I know this
We're
is
giving it a
like,
try.
This is probably like difficulty level like 1,000, unless you know like some Spanish already. Okay, next. So you told the patient that they need a deep cleaning or they have periodontal disease.
Exactly, and then we talked about an extraction. Now we can discuss different replacement options for missing teeth, and we'll start with a dental implant.
I don't even know if this is right because usually he explains like a dental implant. I can kind of explain the other stuff. Implante dental.
Perfect.
Ding.
An implante dental is a dental implant.
Give me a gold star.
She is on a roll. She's killing it. Next thing is we can discuss the 3 parts of an implant.
And we have models in our office that we use. So if you're not fluent with Spanish, a model is a great way. And if you can say implante dental, then you can kind of get your point across. And we will leave a cool website to check out. It's called Dental Giraffe in the bio. They do sell a model kit that you can purchase for your office. And you can purchase a really cool implant model that we have. So we'll put that in the description box below so you guys can check out their website. They have really fun dental stuff that you can use in your office.
Definitely a great way to explain treatment to patients, and it helps to increase your case acceptance. Dental Giraffe will help you to have more patients say yes to treatment.
Now you recommended a dental implant for a tooth replacement. What's next, doctor?
Let's talk about dentures.
So I'm just gonna say like what a denture is in Spanish. So a denture, or you can even refer to it as a partial denture, would be una placa. That is like the worst handwriting ever.
Put another one underneath it.
Say what?
Oh, that's good.
Oh. Una placa, or I guess a partial would be like un parcial.
Un parcial.
So, but a placa can kind of mean both, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so a placa is a denture, false teeth, and it can either be used for a partial denture or a full denture.
Boom.
Just on it. That's it.
So for bridge in Spanish is actually gonna be un puente.
That's right, un puente.
And this refers to like a dental bridge and also like a bridge you would drive your car across.
Yeah, so using a model at this time would be perfect because we can talk about the differences between a bridge and an implant, and using the models is a great way to help describe both procedures to the patient. Now that we've gone through some of the common dental terms in Spanish, the final thing is going to be to get that patient scheduled for their next appointment. So now I would like you to ask the patient what time and day works best to return for treatment. And the benefit is that we work with a billing coordinator that speaks Spanish as well. So whenever we have to check a patient out, she will review patient treatment costs before scheduling the next appointment as well.
Okay, there's only one word that I'm drawing a blank on, but I wrote something. I don't think it's right though. Okay, so ¿cuál día es más mejor para el último cita?
Pretty good. So she's asking which day is best for the last appointment.
How do you, what's next?
Próxima.
Oh, okay. So instead of último, you'll say el próximo.
Mm-hmm. ¿Cuál día es más mejor
Like that?
para la próxima cita?
¿Cuál día es más mejor para la próxima cita? So cita, this is kind of an easier one. Cita is appointment. If that's all you take out of this, that's probably like the easiest word you can know.
Cita. ¿Cuál día es más mejor para la próxima cita?
Boom!
So we've got them scheduled for the next appointment and they are good to go.
Thank you for joining us for a quick Spanish lesson. I hope you at least got 1 or 2 new vocabulary words out of this.
Hope you guys are having fun and be safe during this quarantine.
And we'll see you guys for the next dental video.